Hi, my name is Locke, and today's video is going to be about knights from Warhammer specifically. Now, when you think of a knight, you're probably thinking of a dude in full plate armor, maybe he has a lance, possibly a horse, but in Warhammer, you gotta crank that up to 11. So imagine a mech, 40 feet tall, has a literal cannon for an arm, and that's what you got. The knights are super cool. One of my favorite models to paint, just because of how big it is. You have a lot of room for like adding little details and stuff. I was specifically drawn to the Freeblade Knights, so those are the knights that don't necessarily associate with any one house or order per se, but the knights have a very long and very interesting traditions with them. So we're going to go through a little bit about that in this video today. I hope you enjoy it. So you want to know what it's like to pilot a walking cathedral with a cannon for an arm and a fist that can slap tanks into low orbit? Well then, welcome to the world of Imperial Knights. Specifically this one, a Freeblade Knight Paladin. This towering miniature here was very hard to take pictures of. This towering miniature here is a Freeblade of the Questoris pattern. She hails from no household, flies no banner but her own, and marches for no cause but that which she deems worthy. And that's kind of the thing with the Freeblades. They're knights without chains, loose titans roaming a galaxy that's already frayed at the edges. Let's rewind a little bit and go over the history first. What is a knight? Well, the Imperial Knights first came into being during the Dark Age of technology. Imagine this, humanity's first big leap into the stars, colonizing new worlds with little more than ship hulls and stubbornness. Some settled worlds that were absolute nightmares. Hostile weather, killer plants, Xenos predators. The Airbnb reviews were not good. To survive, they built machines, big ones. Think mechanical suits designed to stomp monsters into fertilizer. These suits were the earliest knight constructs, originally made for protection and survival. They were piloted by carefully chosen individuals who interfaced with the machines through something called the Throne Mechanicum. But as decades passed, that throne started doing something strange. It rewrote their minds. Pilots began developing a taste for duels, oaths, and honor codes. The need to survive turned into a desire to rule. Before long, they weren't just fighting for safety, they were lords, and everyone else were their vassals. Thus were born the original knight worlds. Feudal societies built around these towering war machines, where noble lineage meant having a mech the size of a mansion. Fast forward to the Age of Strife. Mars, yes the red one, sent out tech hunting expeditions, hoping to find scraps of old Earth tech. They stumbled across these feudal planets and went, "Oh, giant robots in a caste system? These are our kind of people." They formed alliances. The knights gave the tech priests protection, and the priests gave them tech and repairs. Forge worlds and night worlds began forming tight orbits around one another, politically, economically, and sometimes even literally. By the time the Imperium kicked off the Great Crusade, night worlds were ready to pledge allegiance. Some joined the Emperor, some didn't. The Horus Heresy split even these giants. Some knights still bear the scars. And worse, the shame. Now, let's zero in on the Freeblades. Freeblade is a knight pilot who said, "Yeah, I'm good actually," to their household. Maybe they were exiled. Maybe their world burned. Maybe they just got tired of Uncle Paladin telling them how to load a battle cannon. Whatever the reason, they leave. Alone or with a small band of sacristians and retainers, they roam the galaxy as wandering warlords. Some to find redemption, others vengeance. Some just want to pick fights with things taller than them. There are tens of thousands of Freeblades out there, though no one can be sure. They're notoriously hard to track and even harder to stop. This one here is a Knight Paladin, 9 meters tall in the lore. Think of it as a sports car of the giant war-walking machines, fast, flashy, and definitely compensating for something. She's rocking a rapid-fire battle cannon, essentially a fully automatic tank gun. This gun fires so many shells per second, it could probably fill a swimming pool with its casings. It's meant for massed infantry, vehicles, or anything that isn't lucky enough to be somewhere else when it fires. The left arm is a Thunderstrike Gauntlet. Basically, imagine a power fist the size of a Volkswagen, crackling with energy and capable of yeeting tanks across the battlefield. It has yet to be proven to enable knight-to-knight high fives, though, unfortunately. On the chest, we have a heavy stubber. Small arms by knight standards, but still big enough to reduce an entire squad to a chunky mist. There's room for other shoulder-mounted options too. missile pods, autocannons, or whatever looks best in the light. I went with a shield crest. Ion shields give them some level of protection, deflecting shots and absorbing kinetic energy. Not invincible, but pretty darn close. And remember, the pilot is inside there, one person, one noble, linked mentally and emotionally to the machine. It's not like driving a tank, it's like becoming one. Imperial Knights are a fusion of myth, machinery, and martial pride. They are equal parts tragedy and triumph, driven by ancient customs and wrapped in adamantine armor. Whether fighting alongside the Astra Militarum, supporting the Titan legions, or walking alone as Freeblades, these knights are more than weapons. They're wandering legends in a galaxy that desperately needs heroes. Or at least something that is really big and hits very hard. So next time you see one of these on the tabletop, take a moment. Behind that sculpted armor and noble pose is a long history of loyalty, loss, and litanies shouted over the roar of battle. Until next time, thanks for watching, and remember, never a challenge knight to single combat, unless you also have a knight suit. God bless.